Let me ask you something, honestly, have you ever stopped and looked at your life? And wondered, why is this happening to me? Why this failure? Why this pain? Why this delay? Why does everything feel so difficult? While it looks so easy for others? And deep inside, it feels like something isn't right. Like life is unfair. Like things should have gone differently. But what if I told you something that might feel uncomfortable? What if there's nothing wrong with your life? What if everything you've gone through, every failure, every rejection, every painful experience, was actually necessary? There is a concept in philosophy called Amor Fati. It's a Latin phrase that means, love your fate. Not just putting up with it. Not accepting it unwillingly. But truly, fully loving it. This idea was strongly expressed by Friedrich Nietzsche. But it comes from earlier Stoic thinkers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius. And if you really understand this idea, it can completely change how you see your life. Most people spend their lives resisting what happens. They push against reality. They say, this shouldn't have happened. I didn't deserve this. My life should be better by now. And this resistance creates suffering. Not only because of what happened, but because we refuse to accept that it did happen. We argue with reality. And the truth is, reality always wins. Amor Fati is more than simple acceptance. It's a complete change in how you think. Instead of saying, this is bad, you begin to say, this is necessary. Instead of asking, why me? You say, this is part of my journey. And slowly, something begins to shift inside you. You stop seeing life as something working against you, and start seeing it as something shaping who you are becoming. The Stoics understood a simple but powerful truth: you cannot control everything that happens in your life. But you can control how you respond to it. Epictetus taught that some things are within your control, and some things are not. When you try to control what is not in your hands, you suffer. But when you accept what you cannot control, you find freedom. Even Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor with great power, reminded himself every day that events themselves are not the problem. It is the way you judge them. Then Friedrich Nietzsche took this idea even further. He didn't just say, accept your life. He said, love it exactly as it is. Every detail. Every mistake. Every painful moment. He believed that a strong person does not wish for an easier life. Instead, they become someone who can say yes to everything that happens. Let's be honest. This is not easy. It's easy to love life when everything is going well. When you're succeeding. When you feel happy. When things are working out. But can you still love life when it breaks you? When you fail? When you lose something important? When nothing goes your way? That is where Amor Fati becomes real. Look at the world today. People are constantly anxious. Scrolling through perfect lives on social media. Comparing themselves to others. Feeling behind. Feeling like they are not enough. In places like the US and Europe, people chase success, comfort, and control. But the moment something goes wrong, they fall apart. Why? Because they were never taught how to handle difficulty. Here is a truth many people avoid: your struggle is not the problem. Your relationship with struggle is the problem. You believe struggle means you are failing, you are unlucky, or you are not good enough. But what if struggle actually means you are growing? Think about it. Muscles grow through stress. Character grows through hardship. Wisdom grows through mistakes. Someone loses a job. At first, it feels like everything is finished. But later, It leads them to a better opportunity. Someone goes through heartbreak. It hurts deeply. But later, they understand themselves more clearly. Someone fails again and again. But those failures teach lessons that success never could. Amor Fati asks you to trust something, that life is not random chaos, but a process. And every event in your life, even the painful ones, is part of that process. Not obstacles, but essential parts. When you begin to think this way, something powerful changes. You stop wasting energy fighting reality. You stop complaining. You stop asking why me. Instead, you become calm, focused, and strong. And you begin to use everything that happens to you. So how can you actually live this way? Start small. The next time something goes wrong, pause. Instead of reacting immediately, say, "This is part of my path." Then ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What can I gain from this? And most importantly, how can I use this? At first, it may feel unnatural, because your mind is used to resisting pain. But over time, you will begin to notice something. Things that once broke you start to build you. Things that once stressed you start to strengthen you. Take a moment and look back at your life. Think about your hardest experiences. The moments you wish never happened. Now ask yourself, did those moments change you? Did they make you stronger? Did they teach you something valuable? Most of the time, the answer is yes. Life is not meant to be easy. It is meant to shape you. And every experience you go through, good or bad, is part of that process. So instead of fighting your life, start trusting it. Start accepting it. And eventually, start loving it, because one day, you may come to realize something powerful, that nothing in your life was against you. It was all for you.